Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this episode of Whispers of the Warp, we will be assembling two miniatures. So first, Captain in the Terminator armor and then the Librarian in the Terminator armor as well. But before we begin, first I would like to say big thank you to all of you that watched my previous videos, that liked them and that commented on these videos as well. The feedback is really valuable for me, so really thanks a lot, and it helps me grow this channel. Alright, so let's begin with assembling. So first we will go with the Captain. I have some tools here. So first we have this sharp knife that will help me to cut some excess plastic that I don't like. Then we have the clippers, obviously. And then we have this tool. I'm not sure how is it called, to be honest, but this also helps you to scrap the excess plastic from your miniatures. And then the last tool that I will be using, I'm also not really sure how this is called in English, but basically it's just like, a sandpaper that also scraps the excess plastic from your miniatures. But let's begin with cutting our Captain from the sprues here. So the Captain is pretty big actually, and it has like lots of details, so for sure painting it will be lots of fun, but it also will be quite hard, but we will get there at some point. Alright, let's start with this piece. So this is, I believe, like the base that he will be standing on. Obviously there is a round base that this needs to be assembled to, but I will show you later on. Alright, the first one. Then we have the cloak here. Okay, cutting it. So here is the weapon. So this is some sort of, yeah, I'm not really sure, but boulder, like some version of the boulder, but honestly I'm not really sure what type of boulder is it. Maybe it's actually some rocket launcher or something, or yeah, I have no idea. If you know, please let me know in the comments. And the last part here is his head, which is really small, and I have no clue how I'm going to paint that. But yeah, we will see. Alright, so since we have our pieces cut off the sprue already, now it's time to clean it a little bit. So I'm going to use this sharp knife right now to cut the excess plastic. Alright, so not too many pieces here. Okay, there is another one here. Alright, that's it. And then let's see this part. We have to clean it here. And then here as well. I have to be careful with this knife because yeah, it's really sharp. And then we also have some plastic here as well that we don't want. Alright, I think this one should be ready. Then this part. Let's remove this plastic from this part as well. Alright. And then a little bit here. You know, even if we may make some unwanted bruises, or you know, cut it in some, like too deep or something, it doesn't really matter because you know, this armor can be like very worn already, so it can fit into the setting nicely, right? Alright, now this piece. Yeah. And another one. This one has some plastic here that we don't want. Anything else? Yeah, maybe a little bit here and here. Alright, doesn't really matter. Okay, and let's clean this part. Anything else? Yeah, maybe a little bit here. I don't want to damage this sword. As you can see, it has some nice runes. Yeah, this is like, yeah, a lot of details here. So yeah, it will be fun to paint that start assembling it. Yeah, this should be fine. And I believe this is the part of the boulder which we are going to clean really fast, and then we can start assembling our captain. Okay, so then obviously the head as well. Bit of excess plastic here on his chin and at the top of his head as well. Yeah, this should be fine. Alright, so according to the instructions that are in the handbook, we need this part, and then I think this part, or not. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Or maybe this part. Yeah, this is like the front, so I believe this should go first. Yeah, I'm a bit lost, to be honest. Where should I put this? It a bit feels like I'm missing some pieces, but I think it should be all part of the same sprue. So this should go here for sure, but then something should go inside as well. But which part? Let me take this off. Okay, so this should go like this. Perfect. I was a bit confused, but now it fits well. Okay. Let's assemble his head here as well. Unfortunately, it's very windy while I'm recording this, so you may hear some sounds. But yeah, cannot do much with it at this moment. Alright, now I believe we need this part with his sword here. Okay. And then the other hand should go something like this. Alright. So he should be pointing it a bit to the ground, I believe. Maybe shooting into some tyrannid phase. Alright, and this small piece should go here. Okay. And now leg plates Okay, great. And then we also have the base, which is quite big compared to the regular Space Marine. Alright, so this should go here, I believe. Okay, there we go. So this is the assembled Captain in the Terminator armor. So here is one of the incursors, Space Marines, that I have already painted. And compared to this guy, yeah, as you can see, there is quite a difference in size. So this guy so the Captain in Terminator armor is a Space Marine Captain that is a master of war in all its forms. These warriors are often veterans of dozens of years of warfare. They have experienced the very worst the galaxy has to offer and has come out stronger. A Space Marine Captain leads from the front, even as he cuts down the enemies with hails of precision fire or clashes blades with alien terrains. A captain coordinates his forces. His tactical skill is as peerless as his strength, often acting on instinct alone. He sets up punishing feints, devastating counterattacks, and shattering charges. Many Space Marine captains go to battle clad in Terminator armor, a variant of the power armor that incorporates heavy plating and energy fields that allow the wearer to shrug off even anti-tank weapons. Armored as such, a captain is almost unstoppable. So the thing is that the Terminator armor is quite heavy, and usually the Space Marines are not as fast as they are wearing regular power armor. However, there are some exceptions. For example, if I remember correctly, from the Chorus Heresy, there was a guy called Abaddon that he was wearing the Terminator armor usually to battle, and he was almost as fast as he was wearing regular power armor. But yeah, this is like, he was one of the best Space Marines, and yeah, it's quite a pity that he turned into chaos. So Abaddon is currently, like, I would say, the general of Chaos Forces, trying to coordinate attacks against the humanity and the Imperium of mankind. let's cut the librarian out of the sprues. So he's also wearing a Terminator armor, however, I think this guy will be a bit smaller. However, we will see. We will compare it once completed. So first let's start and cut it out of the sprues. So this piece here is quite big and not really sure how should I cut it out, but yeah, if I make some mistakes I will just glue it together and that's it. So the librarian is also quite detailed miniature and for sure it's going to be fun painting it. Alright, we are like halfway through. The axe here looks really nice and it's going to be great to paint it as well. And it looks also really dope. Same as the sword of the captain. Alright. Now let's clean it a little bit. Yeah, the cleaning part is I think, the most boring one, and also cutting it from the sprue. I don't enjoy it that much, but yeah, you have to do it right. Okay. I'm not really using other tools right now, like the paper sand, or actually it's called sandpaper. Okay, and I think this is the last part. Not sure if I've cleaned this already, but I think I've cleaned it. Right, now let's try to assemble it. So here, let's start with the leg. I believe this should go here. Okay. So this is the other part of the leg, and I believe this should go here. And then his head. All right. And another armor plate on his leg. For some reason I cannot stick that in here. Why is that? Is it the correct piece? Yeah, I think so. But it just doesn't want to connect. No idea why. Let's try again. Okay, this is annoying a bit. Just doesn't want to get there and stick to the other part. Okay, finally. It was really hard, but finally it's there. Actually, this part should go a bit more. Alright. This should be fine now. What next? Alright, so here is the back plate. But where this should go? Somewhere here. Yeah, but then I believe we need some other part as well. Okay, so this one. This should go somewhere like this. Okay. And then we can assemble this together. Alright, perfect. So the head is like very deep inside of the power armor, and I think that for painting part we will have to disassemble this guy and try to paint the separately, or maybe also other pieces separately, because otherwise the detailed painting won't be possible. Alright, now his arm. And the shoulder blade as well. Okay. And then this is part of the weapon, I believe. But how this should be assembled, not really sure, to be honest. So this is the part of the hand, and I believe this should go like this. Something like this. And the other part. Or actually it's not. Okay, so this should go here. And then the other end, the armor plate. And the axe. Okay, so now we have to put it into the base. Something like this. And also apply this small part, like a skull, here. Oh my god. Alright, perfect. Alright, so this is the librarian. And now let's compare these guys. Yeah. The captain is still a little bit bigger in size, but the librarian also looks dope. I think it actually has even more details than the captain. Let's read some lore about the librarian. The librarian has all the gene-forged might of a space marine as well as incredible psychic powers. They possess the Psyker gene, a rare mutation that allows them to access the incredible power of the nightmare dimension known as the Warp. Librarians use this power to bend reality and charge their force weapons with otherworldly energy. A killing blow from such a weapon will leave foes as ashen husks, nice, but for sure it would be long and joyful experience. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what do you think. See you in another video.